to words, it seems like, and what I noticed about you guys from what I've seen and listened to, there's this real vision to everything you do, which I don't see often in terms of your creativity and your aesthetic, and just, it's very cool. And if you just put into words your partnership and where that came from, when you guys knew you had that something special to create art.
I think it happened after the first session that Josh and I had, where we like knew that there was something really special in our collaborative relationship and partnership. And then it just sort of like continued on, like the more songs that we would write. And early on, like we would write for film and TV. So I think the base, or like the foundation of us creating music together, always had that visual aspect to it, because we had to create music with a visual sort of scene in mind.
Reference.
Yeah, with a visual reference in mind. So I think that really started both musically and visually our partnership, based on writing for these like film and TV pitches early on.
Which I think is so cool. One of my, your music is nothing alike, but one of my favorite bands of all time was Wall of Voodoo growing up. And they started here in town in LA doing horror movie soundtracks in Hollywood and doing all that. And that turned into a great new wave band. I just love that kind of trajectory. And then when it works, obviously.
Exactly. That's really cool.
You guys put together just beautiful sound and just amazing soundscape. Let's talk about the pride of creating cinema in this album, and how happy you are, first of all, that it's out there. The reactions you're getting is great.
Very happy that it's out there. We thought we finished the album early before the pandemic, and we were terribly mistaken. And we did a lot more writing and really spent the next year just, honing in on the tracks and the sounds and everything. And we're just so relieved that it's out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels amazing to have a body of work, a full body of work, because up until Cinema, it was just 2 EPs that we had written. So this was our first like shot at really creating a body of work from start to finish. And it was really special to do. And then finally, just really special to release into the world.
Mm-hmm. Put into words the sound you two have created. How would you describe it? I've heard it described in a million ways by people that have been saying wonderful things about you guys. If you can put into words the sound you created, if you can.
I'd say it's kind of like, someone a few years ago once said it's kind of like pouring milk into coffee. And I think there's an element of that in it. And with Cinema, I think you can add a little more spice to the coffee. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon, you know what I mean?
Cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
For sure.
Talk about creating the visuals, because it's been such a big part of the people's introduction to you guys, I think. These have been amazing videos. How much do you enjoy putting yourself out there, Maria, first of all, as like just such a grand front woman, just embodying these characters? Is that all you? Just put the words what we're seeing when we're watching these videos.
I really tap into like the influences that I had growing up in terms of like what I would watch and the films that I would watch. My dad is from Spain and grew up in the times of Franco, Spain. And my favorite director, Pedro Almodóvar, was raised around the same time that my dad was in Spain. And this big creative revolution and this big like sort of being an artist and being free came out of post Franco times. And, so I grew up watching those movies because I think my dad was really nostalgic for that feeling. And I just like loved his use of color, the use of like weaving in the music and the differences of the types of music that he would use in his movies as well. And the attention to detail in just every single scene was extremely inspiring, not only to like our visual worlds, but also to like the sound aspect of the worlds, because I was like, if he can put that much attention to detail in every single shot of a 2-hour movie, we can put that level of detail into a video that's 3 minutes or a song that's 3 minutes long,
Yeah, but it's one thing to want to do that, but then to achieve it and pull it off so well. Talk about the support of your team, the support of the label. Not everyone can do that at this stage of a career. be able to pull it off and have the cars and have the snakes and do it well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not easy, but we definitely make sure to get our vision across whenever something like that comes up.
And it's really fun. It's really fun to like sit down and have an idea in mind and then sit down together with, it's usually just a friend who like, helps bring these videos to life, and we'll all just sit together for a few hours and, brainstorm what the storyboard is going to look like what each scene is going to look like. And I think the fact that it is coming from, us and a close knit team is really important for us to really get our vision across.
We have the big label side and the big team to help it once the creative part is done. But as far as creative, we like to keep that circle small.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And talk about the inception of that where it starts small in terms of just the two of you and writing these great songs, because that's at the heart of this. Just talk about the songcraft and how that works as a partnership, where that comes from, what that process is like for you two.
We started writing together within a couple of weeks of meeting each other. Like the first time we met, we were supposed to write together, but it kind of turned it more into like a date type of thing. And then the second time we actually did start writing together. So it's very natural for us. And over the years, it's just become more and more normal to like write together. I can't really imagine writing with anyone else. And it's just become, it feels like you're writing alone, as far as like, it's very comfortable and you're okay with sharing any idea that comes to mind. So it's very fluid.
Yeah, we're really accepting of like each other's ideas, but also when we don't like an idea, we're also very open about it. So I think that's a very rare partnership to find in music, to sort of push each other, but also encourage each other and inspire each other. I think it's rare and it's special.
How cool is it sharing in the excitement and the success together? When people are saying good things, we almost come out when you start doing these shows and appearances. There must be an awesome feeling as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about this yesterday. It's really, really special that we get to share our lives together, share everything that's happening.
And it's it's Josh and I, and it's also Eddie and Jesse, but also, as you mentioned earlier, it's this, team, like with the label and just, with our small like management team. And so every success that we have like really feels like a collective success. Because even though, Josh and I are in this little, a small studio apartment writing the songs, like it really does bring, it needs a team to sort of bring those little songs to life. And yeah, we're really thankful for that.
How excited are you about bringing these songs to the people live and everything that's about to happen in terms of what's next?
Yeah, very. We're both very excited to start playing these songs live.
It's been so long.
Forgot what it feels like. I'm sure most musicians nowadays probably forgot what it feels like to perform. So I think the nerves are starting to kick back in once we announce these tour dates. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is happening again. But we're very excited to play them live, and we've been rehearsing them for a while now, and I think our fans are really going to enjoy the live aspect of the live version of cinema.
Yeah, I can't wait for the audience to sort of experience cinema live. And I think people are just ready for like live shows again. Like the other day, we were just at a bar here maybe it was in Miami right before New York. And there was like a little open mic happening. And I was just like drawn to it like a bug to a light, because I hadn't seen any live music in so long. So I'm just really excited for like the fans and for just audiences in general to come together again and experience live music, because it's so important.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.